I'm Amelie and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching episode 25 of Word of Honor. And yes, let me first address the huge elephant that is in the room here with us. I've been gone for a while, a few weeks at least. I know it wasn't by choice, and let me tell you what I was doing during those weeks. Absolutely nothing. I did absolutely nothing other than just lying in bed, not feeling great. The reason for that is because your girl got COVID. That's right. It happened and it wasn't great. Like, I feel like I really shouldn't complain because honestly, you know, compared to what some other people go through with, you know, the disease, like it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great either. Let me just tell you, I pretty much couldn't do anything. Like, I felt like I had no energy at all. My whole body hurt. Like, I just didn't feel like moving at all. And whenever I tried to do something like maybe look at my phone or doing something like that, it just gave me a headache. So I had some moments in which I feel a little bit better, and I try to use those moments to, you know, essentially eat and shower and all of that. But other than that, it was literally nothing. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, I feel terrible. I think I have pretty much all of the symptoms. Like, if you have a whole list of symptoms, I have pretty much all of them, except maybe coughing. I didn't have them like in an extreme way, but definitely in an uncomfortable way. So that was, you know, what happened. At least I think I have, not that I think, I do have the first doses of the vaccine. So I think that maybe helped a little bit. I think I could have been worse, but you know, it's over now. It's over. I'm feeling a lot better now. And I'm officially COVID free. And I think it makes sense that I got it now, because now a lot of things are like opening up here in Argentina now that a lot of people has at least the first doses of the vaccine. And also a lot of students are going back to classes in person in schools as opposed to online classes. And for those who don't know, my main job is being a translator. That is my main source of income. But I also teach on the side. Well, on the side sounds wrong. I also teach. So now I have to actually go to the place where I teach. I have to be there with all of the students. Obviously, there's a lot more people in public transport. So I think I probably got it somewhere there. And I'm very careful, like almost obsessively careful. But I guess you just never know. It happened. But I'm back. I'm really happy to be back. Now I have to make up for all the things that I should have done during those weeks, especially work. But I'm very happy to be able to do this. Obviously, this is something that I really enjoy. So, I'm ecstatic that I could do it again. And I'm generally ecstatic that I can not be in bed all day. So that's great. You may hear a little difference in the recording, and that is because I'm using a different microphone. I accidentally broke my microphone in the most stupid way possible. Like, I was carrying some things from one room to the next, and I thought there was a spider in front of me. I'm not terrified of spiders. I just don't like them. I don't like them when they are close to me. If I see a spider in the distance, it's fine. But that one was like right in front of my face. You know, when they just are hanging from the ceiling, like in the little web? That's what I thought I saw. And I almost had a heart attack. I was so startled that I just jumped and dropped everything. Not only the microphone, but also my phone, my tablet, a bunch of books that I was carrying. It was so stupid. And the tablet and the phone were fine because they had cases and all of that. The microphone, not so much. To be honest, it still worked, but it wasn't great. And it wasn't great to begin with. So, I have to change it. The one that I'm using now, it's my brother's. I took it from him, to use for now. Well, I didn't take it. I borrow it. He just doesn't know yet. So, you know, technicalities. It's very similar to the one I was already using, so that means that it's also not great, but not as bad as what was happening with my microphone after the fall. So if you notice some difference in that, it's because of that. I have to buy a new microphone because I also use it for work. So I'll have to buy a new one. But, once my brother noticed, his is gone and he comes to my house and take it, then I'll buy a new one. For now, I'm going to use this one. And by the way, it wasn't a spider at all. It was just a huge mosquito. Like, it's the biggest mosquito that I've seen in my life. I don't know if it was, it looked like a mosquito, but maybe it was something like similar to a mosquito. It had like very long legs. It was horrifying. And there's a lot of mosquitoes here. So, this one was literally the biggest one I ever seen. So that's what happened. That's what happened with a microphone. You may also notice another difference from this, which is the fact that we have video in this one. This is not just me talking to the void. There is video. I know that I said that I was going to do it at some point, and then I start thinking about it. When I start thinking about things, I also, let me just tell you this, not only, obviously, I haven't recorded anything in a while, I also didn't do a lot of speaking during this time when I was, just sick. So, I feel like I've forgotten how to speak out loud. Like, I obviously speak with my family and my friends, but honestly, not nearly as much as I usually speak. So, I've forgotten how to speak a little bit. So you'll have to bear with me. I'll get used to it, again, I'm sure, but, just bear with me a little bit. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yes, video. You have video now. I was thinking about it for a while and how to do it. And I've seen how other YouTubers do it, like without actually seeing reactions, because I just didn't want to, although I've been like, saving some reactions to watch later after I finish the show. I'll be very interested to see what other people thought. And actually, if you have any recommendations for reactions, for me to watch, just, that I enjoy watching reactions, and, if you have any to recommend, send it my way. But in this case, I didn't watch anything. I just, check other reactors out to see how they do it. And I saw that some of them were able to do it like with a whole episode and all of that. So let's hope nothing happens. That's my hope now. Just in case, I don't know if I'm being too paranoid, but I actually did a backup for my whole channel, like all of the videos I downloaded from YouTube, because I actually didn't have any of the videos because I erased them once I upload them. So I said, God, what if I get erased? Like, what if my channel disappears because of this? I have lost everything. So I did a backup of everything just in case. So let's see what happens with this one. I hope nothing will happen. I try to take like a lot of, I will try to be as careful as possible. So let's hope, this is fine. Essentially, let's hope nothing happens. But I have a very specific reason for doing this now. And that reason is that some people contact me through Tumblr, which is pretty much the only place where you can contact me like privately. And they told me a little bit about what had happened with one of the actors in Word of Honor, with Shang Shehan, I think is how you pronounce his name. Obviously, I don't know, because I don't watch anything like outside of Word of Honor, because I just don't want to get spoilers or things like that. I'm not, I don't enter into the tags or anything. I just don't know anything or about the actors. I never find out anything like that. So they were kind enough to tell me what the situation is and what was happening. And first of all, I'm not going to express any opinion about that. Although I have one, I feel that I'm not Chinese. I'm completely ignorant about, the culture and the history and a lot of that. So I feel like my opinion would be just just not needed. Just, it doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter in this situation. It's not going to add anything to the discussion. It's not going to be relevant in any way. So I'm going to keep my opinion to myself. Although I do have an opinion, I know there's people who have a very negative opinion, that some of them, the other one. What I would say is that I think that this is a matter that is a lot more complex and a lot more complicated than it may seem at first glance. But that is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to meddle with that. I'm going to just let it be. And also because I don't think anything is, nothing is going to be gained by me giving you my opinion. So nothing. But the reason why I bring this up is that one of the possibilities they told me is that they were going to take down Word of Honor from some platforms. I don't know if this is just in China or if it also counts for YouTube and Netflix here. But just in case they take everything down, I did do a backup of the episodes, not just my reactions, but I actually download the episodes of Word of Honor. I download the whole season. And, if I had to, if in the future it happens to disappear or something, then I'll have that to continue reacting. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But just in case I have everything in my computer, so I would be able to continue reacting to it and obviously continue watching because, I still want to watch. I want to know what happens. But I also decided to add the video because I think that if that happens, then obviously it's going to be a lot more difficult for people to watch my type of reaction that, since you don't have the video, you depend on having the episodes yourself. So, just for those cases, I decided to start adding video. And not only that, but depending on how this does, like if nothing happens, I don't get in trouble or anything, I'm going to start uploading the videos to like my old reactions from episode 1 forward with the videos too, because obviously, just in case, just to be safe. And this is not something that I'm going to do for the Untamed, for those who also watch the Untamed, for my other reactions, because I can't record Netflix. That is the only reason. If not, I'll do it. And I have another version of the Untamed that I actually never watched. Before I started watching on Netflix, I downloaded the version. But I just never watch it. I just have it there. I don't know why. I've never seen it. I don't know what kind of subtitles it has. I don't know if it's the Netflix one or where is it from. But it's there. So, I thought, well, maybe I could, use those ones instead, but I already doing the Netflix ones and, I don't know. It's just I got used to those. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a creature of habit. So once I got used to certain subtitles, once I got used to that, it's very difficult for me to change them. So I'm not, and most people seem to agree that it wasn't necessary, that they were fine with the way things were going for the Untamed. So for the Untamed, it's not going to happen just for Word of Honor. And that also led me to think a little bit about what. Obviously, I had a lot of time to think these past few weeks and, keeping my thoughts to the ones that are, relevant for what I'm doing here. I was thinking about the kind of things that I want to do for the channel, the kind of videos that I want to do in the future, in the sense that I realized that I actually don't have that many episodes left from actually both of the shows. Like for the Untamed, I have 11 episodes left, I think. And for Word of Honor, counting this one, it's 12. So that's not a lot. That is a month, a little bit, like a month and a half, maybe even less. So I was thinking, I obviously had some ideas about videos that I want to do about topics that, related to this. Like if you have seen my reactions, you know that there are some things that I feel very strongly about. And I'm talking about subtitles. I feel very strongly about subtitles, so maybe I'm going to do a video about subtitles. But I also want to, after I watch both shows, I want to do like a video giving my final thoughts, giving the things that I liked, I didn't like, things like that. Things like that. I'm also going to start reading the novel for the Untamed. So maybe I'm going to do something with that. I don't know. I have some ideas about what's going to happen, but I'm also looking for new things to react, like new shows. One of the things that I'm going to be reacting to is the animated series for The Untamed. I know it's not called like that. I know it has a particular name, but, it's not coming to mind, but you know what I mean, that one, the animated series, because I think the last season is being premiered now, so obviously it's finished, and I don't know, I think that could be interesting, but I'm looking for another show to react. I think Chew is about as much as I can manage, I'm realizing. So I don't know if you have any recommendations. I have 3 shows in mind, I'm going to be honest. But those are shows that just I want to watch. I don't know if these are shows that I would react to. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. But I have 3 shows that I definitely want to watch. And I'm talking about Chinese shows. That is the ones that I'm mostly thinking about because, as I said, I'm studying Chinese, or rather I'm trying to study because I'm studying, on my own. So, I don't know. I feel like watching shows and all of that helps me a lot. At least for me, that is something that I find very useful. So I want to, stay with Chinese shows. I don't care if they are BL or not. I just, if they're BL, the better. But if they're not, I'll watch it anyway. So the shows that I've been thinking about, the first one got recommended to me a while ago, and I watched a trailer for it, and it looked crazy. To be fair, I think it was a trailer. I'm pretty sure it was, but it didn't have subtitles. First of all, so I have no idea what that show was. But what I've seen in the pictures and what I read about it, it seemed crazy. And that show is Advanced Bravely, and it had the same actor that plays Wen Kexin in here in World of Honor. So that's one possibility. That's the one that I'm thinking about. That's one of the shows that I'm thinking about, but I don't know. I think maybe it's more, I don't know, it's ridiculous. That's the kind of show that I would like to watch, but maybe I'll watch it on my own. I don't know if it's something that people are interested in seeing reactions to. The other that I'm thinking about is Guardian, which I have also read things about in relation with, Chinese censorship and how the show changed in relation to the book, but I didn't read a lot about the story, just, a little bit about how they changed the genre and all of that. So, I saw like pictures of the main characters, and that I'm very visually inclined. If I see something I like, I'm going to be interested in watching it. So that is another possibility, or rather that is another show that I'm considering watching. And it's also on YouTube, so that is very convenient for me. The last show that I'm thinking about, and look, this is, I think the other 2 are BLs. This one, I'm pretty sure it isn't. I think it's just a drama, and it's called, what is it called? Eternal Love. I'm pretty sure that's the name. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The reason I want to watch that show is because of Mark Chow. I'm not going to lie. Since I watched The England Master, there's something about that guy that I just like. Like, it's not like I haven't seen anything of him. Like, The England Master is the only thing that I have seen with him on it. But I feel like Netflix knows that I like him because I'm constantly getting recommended, like, that TV show, that drama. And I have no idea what's about. Like, I couldn't find a trailer. I don't know. I have no idea what that show is about. All I know is it has Mark Chow in it. It seems to be also like, a period piece, or seems to take place in ancient China. And that is all I know. But I'll be honest, that is enough. And so that is, I don't know if it's another possibility, because I don't know how interested people will be to watch that show with me, but I think I definitely watch it on my own. I don't know. I'll think about it. But let me know. Give me some of your thoughts. If you have any other recommendation, I'm open for it. I still have a month and a little bit more to make any decisions. So this is definitely not, this is just the ones that at the top of my head, I think, oh, I'm really looking forward to watch this show. Any others that you can recommend, I'm open for it. As I said, I would prefer if they were Chinese, and but other than that, obviously I don't like horror things. I don't like things with a lot of blood and a lot of violence in them. But other than that, I'm pretty open to anything. I'm thinking about if there is something else that I don't like. I don't know. I will think about the things that I don't like and get back to you. But if anyone has any recommendations, just please, let me know and I'll consider pretty much anything. Okay. So this, I think, has gone long enough. I just seen how long I've been speaking, and, I'm so sorry. I evidently needed to speak. As I said, while I was sick, I wasn't, obviously I talked to my family and all of that, but, I didn't realize how much I miss speaking, especially in English, because I didn't speak at all in English during this time. So I'm so sorry. Let's go to the episode. Let me remember episode 24 for a moment before we start. And I remember that Wen Kexin, Zhou Zishu, and Cheng Ling, they were all in Four Seasons Manor and they were very happy. We had, beautiful moments with the whole family. I am absolutely loving it. There was a hug. There was, love it. We also have a lot of backstory in the last episode. We have backstory for Wen Kexin and his, arrival at, the Ghost Valley. We also have some backstory for Zhou Zishu and how he became who he became, the leader of this Window of Heaven place, and all the things that he did, and why does he feel so guilty about them? A lot of very interesting backstory. And where was Guxian? Guxian and Cao Wenin, they were going to Cao Wenin's sect because Wen Kexin sent her away to protect her. What about the others? The others, I don't know. Oh, wait. Ye Baiyi was also going to find a solution for Zhou Zishu's nail problem. And at the end of the episode, he not only flipped a table, which I loved. I'm still thinking about it. That scene hasn't left my mind yet. It did things to me. But also he find out that Wen Kexin is actually the leader of the Ghost Valley. So I think that is going to bring some issues. I think definitely he's not going to like that. And I think that may lead to, let me say this. I think Zhou Zishu already knows that Wen Kexin is, if not the leader, at least someone from the Ghost Valley. So I don't think he's going to be that surprised. I already suspect that he knows, but it's definitely going to bring this to life to him. So we'll see what happens with that. And then there were some things happen. Oh, no, wait. Tragic Comic Ghost and Beauty Ghost were with Scorpion King. If I remember correctly, I think Beauty Ghost was offered by Scorpion King, to work for him. And in return, he was going to save Tragic Comic Ghost or something like that. I think that's what happened. That is all I remember from that, because as you know, the whole part of the story with, Shaoxing and all of that, I just couldn't care less. Scorpion King, I love to look at him, but that whole story is just not, I would say that the only interesting thing is that creepy relationship that he has with Shaoxing. Other than that whole part of, political intrigue and, all that stuff, I just don't care that much. So maybe something happened related to that and I just erase it from my memory. It's just gone. It's outside the stratosphere. So let's just go to the episode. And I said I was going to begin and I just kept talking. So as usual. So let's go to the episode. Oh, now I realize that because I put video on it, I wouldn't have to do the countdown, but I'm going to miss it. Okay, so just let's go to the episode right now.